Hey everyone, Kuro the artist here, and I'm here with. Oh, I got an echo. I guess I'm here with myself. Uh, Ash, you here? What's up, man? How you doing today? Me too. Awesome. So let me know about our volume levels. Oh, hold on. They don't hear you. I know. I
Oh
know what this
no.
is. I caught this early. Here we go.
Oh no.
There we
Can
go.
everybody hear me now? If
They.
you can hear me, can I get the word skeleton hand in the chat?
That's two words.
Shut up.
Excellent. I'm gonna get some music going too. Something to just happen in the background. So just let me know about the volume levels and whatnot. If the music, myself, or Ash is either too loud or too quiet. So, anyways, this is the official Legerdomain and Beyond Q&A. We wanted to give it a day or two so people can have fun speculating and gather some questions before we just start immediately solving all of the mysteries. As you might guess, there are some questions that we won't be able to answer just because of the future of and Beyond in 5YL. And there are some that we are saving for a Patreon only event, which is happening 3 hours from now, where we will be breaking down the episode of And Beyond in my official breakdown format. So we'll be watching the episode. Ash and I will have our face cams on and we'll just be going through it. We'll be pausing and scrubbing through the frames and talking a little bit more intricately about the production of the episode. More of the art things, behind the scenes stuff, animation, and all of that. But for now, feel free to ask whatever you want in the chat, and we'll give it a look and see if we can help solve some of your mysteries. In the meantime, I'm going to be drawing Addwaitya. I already did the light sketch for him because he was a pretty tough pose to figure out. But here's good old 5YL Addy. And yeah, might as well jump into it. So I hope you enjoy yourselves. And thanks for coming on to the stream. Ash, you want to find us a good starter question?
Well, I have a starter question for you out the gate already. Everything in that additional doc, is that okay to say? Because I forgot to check if yay or nay on some of the stuff.
Where
I
is
forgot
it?
to ask.
Yeah, this should be all good.
Okay, just double checking.
Yep.
First off, we have who voices the owl? People. We have a cast in the description of the episode. That's Mr. Kellen Gioff.
Yes, Mr. Kellen lent us his lovely voice for Caladrin, who's an original character, one of many original characters debuting in this episode. Caladrin is an Ithibis, the same species as Sornitho, which was originally created as a concept by the lovely manager of the ink tank, Hershey, who's in the chat, I believe.
Hi, Hershey.
Yeah. So his bright idea on a new alien cascaded into a bunch of events that led to Kellen Goff voicing his DNA donor on an episode of And Beyond. So how about that? Give it up for Hershey, folks.
And Kellen.
And Kellen. True, I just want to recognize the origin, but yes, that's Kellen. You want to tell him how we told him to do the voice?
Okay, so from what I remember, we just asked, like, hey, can you do, like, a really tired British Optimus Prime?
Yes.
Because, like, I had an idea what I was wanting to do. I wanted it to be that kind of, that wise, mystical narrator type of thing. And he could already do a really good deep Optimus type thing, so, like, that was already along the lines of what we wanted. And I think it only took us, like, maybe 10 minutes to actually get the voice for Caladrin before we started recording.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Kellen's Optimus Prime voice is insane. I think it's, like, the craziest thing he can do. And I've heard him do it in person as well. And, like, it sounds like he just opens his mouth in a speaker forms. Like, the vibrations of his throat change. He's so much more bassy and deep. It's
crazy.
It's nuts. Like, somehow he just turns on this, like, natural filter. And he's got the voice. So we're like, do that, but with an accent. And make it tired.
Yes.
Yeah. Who is the old one? That's a good one. Ash, you want to take
okay.
that one?
So the old one, that just refers to any of the Guardians. They call them the old ones. When people say it's like we're talking about the old one, that's literally just in reference to any of the Guardians. So it could be Caladrin or any of the others, which do I want to say some of the other ones?
Give him one or two. We'll dump the full
Okay.
list by the end of the stream.
So I have a full list of all of the Guardians that appear in the episode, but as far as like the main ones that are focused on with Caladrin's story, you of course have Caladrin, which is the former Guardian of the Guardians. He's currently the Guardian of Zoroaster. Zoroaster, which was the Guardian of the Terra Firma, who got killed, unfortunately. Spoilers, I guess. Don't watch Q&A if you didn't watch the episode. And Withyurge, which is Guardian of the Greenwood. But yes.
Withyurge
just
was
refers to any of the Guardians.
the same kind of species that Gwendolyn summoned in chapter 8, right? The underground guardian.
Yes, each of Gwendolyn's like summon guardians are the same species as one of the original guardians. Let's see. So why did you name the Rock Lady after the founder of Zoroastrianism? God, I can't speak. Oh, that's actually in reference to the original series. That's a thing from the Ben 10,000 episode, I believe. It's either the Ben 10... No, it's the Ken 10. It's the Ken 10 episode. Gwen says she's chasing a dragon through the ninth ring of Zoroaster. And that's what I based...
Actually, if I may...
Wait, I quoted it wrong. I probably did.
Yeah, so you're right. It does come from classic series lore, but that quote is where the word Navato comes from.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Zoroaster, I believe, was a pop-up, actually,
Okay.
in reference to Charmcaster. So yeah, maybe it wasn't from the future. But yeah, they're both existing terminology in the Ben 10 canon.
Yes. Is Charmcaster a non-human species? Okay, that's a great question, because I actually didn't see it pop up that much in the comments of the video. But technically, they are not from Earth, and they are not human. So in technicality, all of the species that live in Legerdomain, aside from the Guardians and the ones that they created, came from other planets and stuff, which you see in the episode. That's where all the people gather to praise the Guardians and stuff. Charmcaster's species, which Charmcaster's spellbinder species, are something that I call a Ridelus, which are the name essentially just means ear elf because of the pointy ears in Icelandic, a mix of Latin and Icelandic.
This information will be on the wiki as well.
Yes.
After this stream.
I got a whole doc ready for your wiki team members, so don't be like, crap, write that down.
Well, some things.
Oh, yeah.
Why is Darkstar in Legerdomain? Wasn't he kicked out?
Ooh.
That's a good one. Yeah, you want to... That's a big one, but let's go for it. Let's start this stream off with a juicy one.
Yeah, oh, give me just 1 second. I'm sorry, my father is asking me something.
No problem. It sounds like he has an old one of himself to answer to. Speaking from the man from whence he came, bore him his life to tell the story of the gods.
Okay, apologies. What was the question again?
We're just gonna talk about Michael. So
Okay. So Michael, Darkstar, Morningstar. Why is he in Legerdomain? Okay, so essentially, Michael kept getting imprisoned by the plumbers for all the various bad crap that he does. and like he kept escaping pretty easily because Michael knows some magic at this point. So the plumbers asked Charmcaster specifically if she could imprison Michael in Legerdomain, because with him starving for mana and knowing of the place, that's like his end goal, is to try to get to Legerdomain to become all powerful and stuff again. So Charmcaster agreed to help the plumbers out by bringing Michael there and imprisoning him under a spell that is similar to the charm that she put on Kevin back in season 3 of Alien Force, which is that the stone armor is meant to be in reference to that. It's the same symbol that you see in the alternate timeline where Gwen died.
He's got a little bit more free will though.
Yeah, he has some free will.
Yeah, like he's himself, but this is more of a
he's heavily
he's working his sentence off pretty much. And the stone stuff is like a precaution to reinforce his status, but you know, it's not like he's brainwashed or anything. Yeah. And just because I feel like this will be a relevant question, we call him the emissary because we didn't want it to be obvious it was Michael right off the bat. You know, just kind of allude to the character. And I saw in the chat some people figured it out, some people were surprised after the reveal. But just for the sake of like letting people figuring it out for themselves, we didn't directly say it. And, you know, on the wiki and all the promotions, he's still referred to as the emissary. But this is a spoiler Q&A stream now, so, you know, if you haven't seen it, well, you shouldn't be here yet. So sorry for ruining that for you.
Go watch the episode.
Yeah, go watch the episode. How does Horus float in Legerdomain? He's not that high up.
Yeah.
Yeah, gravity works to an extent. But, you know, Horus is only hovering maybe like a couple feet off the ground, whereas Jet Ray was flying, you know, dozens of meters into the air.
Oh, the last thing that I want to say with Michael that I can think of at the moment, at least.
Sorry. Yep.
Bless you. Because in the original, like in Alien Force and all that, in the original franchise, they never state anything with Michael's history, really, just that his dad was a plumber. 5YL canon-wise, we are making it to, yes, that his father was a plumber, but his mother was actually a Grisanim from Legerdomain. They kind of come and go from, or before Addwaitya happened. They kind of just like came and went as they pleased or whatever to Earth. And his mom is a Grisanim, and that's why he has
mana
the
deficiency.
Weird, like, yeah, mana deficiency, because his mother did.
Thank you for all the bless yous in the chat. What's a Grisanim? CC and Hex's species, pretty much.
Yes.
They're really not too different from Charmcaster species or even humans. There's just like a slight variation that makes them different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a hobbit. Like a hobbit's pretty much a human, just a little bit different.
Much smaller.
Yeah. Does Charmcaster still love Michael? I wouldn't say she does in a sense that it's pure. More of it just like she has residual feelings that create a force of habit attraction to him. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't say she really likes him all that much. It's just, you know, she liked him once, and every now and then she gets reminded of those feelings, but not enough to just be like, yeah, she does have feelings for him. In fact, at this point, I'd imagine she thinks he's kind of pathetic.
Yeah. Which I saw a lot of comments on the video saying, oh, they're giving Charmcaster and Michael redemption arcs. We more so just tried to redeem Charmcaster.
Yeah.
Michael's literally in prison right now.
Yeah.
Because personally, based off of his personality and the stuff he does and his mindset in the original franchise, I don't really think Michael should have been redeemed. It's cool to see him work with the good guys every now and then, but like I don't think he deserved redemption.
Yeah. If he ever did, he'd need a lot of work on himself. Like, Charmcaster is a product of, like, a very troubled life. Michael kind of just grew up an asshole. And he's got a lot of things to work out about himself if he's ever going to change.
Will this be uploaded afterward? Probably.
Well, it'll stay on the channel, yeah.
Yeah.
But now's your only chance to ask your questions in real time. And if there's any we missed, you can join our Patreon. The first tier starts at $1, and it automatically gives you access to our bi-weekly live streams. They're the first and third Friday of every month, but this week only, we're bumping it to this Monday, today, right now, at 4 p.m. EST, in about 2 hours and 41 minutes from now. We will be doing it then, and we will have a breakdown of the episode where patrons can ask additional questions during the breakdown. Yeah. Who is your favorite character to design? Oh.
That was the exact question I was reading.
Yeah, go for it.
In all honesty, and it might just be because it was an OC, my favorite was Curse Crafter. I had a lot of fun designing because she went through a few different iterations.
Yeah, one version had a hat.
Yes, she still had. It's just she just didn't wear it in the episode.
She still got the hat.
She has it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on her coat rack in the background.
Oh yeah. That's
yeah.
great.
Little top hat. One version of her was actually going to be a guy, but then I was like, no, we have enough just random dudes, and people are gonna affiliate it too much with Hex and gonna be like, is this meant to be 5YL Hex? It's not. So
yeah,
I thought having her as a girl was still.
We need more females in the 5YL multiverse.
We do.
You know.
Plus, Joy did a fantastic job.
Oh my goodness, yeah. If Curse Crafter was different, we wouldn't have worked with Joy, and she brought a whole new level to that character.
Just like knocked it out of the park. I loved it so much.
Yeah, in fact, it was so good we went back and slightly edited the art. So as you can tell, the animation on this was very different from the previous ones. And all the characters, Ashgate would give me like the head, the body, the eyes and mouth, and from there I would manipulate it. But Joy gave Curse Crafter such a range of expressions in her voice. I really wanted the art to match that, so I drew like 11 additional sets of eyes and mouths so that she can make all kinds of faces to really like reflect the performance. Is there a reason Anodites weren't... Oh, that it's too fast. Hold on. Is there a reason Anodites weren't mentioned in the episode? No, there wasn't really a reason. Like, we didn't go out of our way not to mention them. It's just the episode was about Legerdomain. Anodyne is a totally different thing, so there was just no reason to bring it up.
Yeah, that's going to be for episode 20.
Yep, you heard it here first. We got the next 45 ambions planned out.
Yeah. Oh wait, I just saw a good one. Was Dagon a guardian? So, 5-whale lore-wise, yes. Dagon was originally a guardian. He was the guardian of recollection. Which essentially was, the way I word it, is the power of the guardians can be kind of overwhelming for even themselves. He was the one that kept their sorts of themselves and would like hold on to their memories and stuff. Over time, though, after the Guardians disbanded, he just kind of like started losing his own memories and started seeking power and became the Dagon that we know in Ultimate Alien. So yes, Dagon was a guardian.
But then he did some of that squid betrayal.
Squid betrayal. Vilgax is flown in it. Question: is there only one Legerdomain in the Anua dimension?
Yes, I'd say so.
Okay, cool.
Well,
Answered already.
yeah, probably.
It's one connected to all the different timelines and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
This man has
Does
too
Ben
many
have a curse?
sparks. What?
What'd you say?
I was just gonna say this man has too many spikes.
We made him a spiky boy.
He's a spiky boy.
In Five Whale, is there a canonical reason for Addwaitya looking different from other Oh god, I always mess up this thing. The other Terraspins, basically. I would say it's just like how there are different looking Gormans. There are different looking ones of Terraspin as well.
Oh, I would have thought he was just like doing magic so much he evolved himself to have fingers and things. Oh wait, did he already have that in the flashback?
Yes,
yeah, okay.
He already had it in the flashback, and it's been shown that whenever Agrigor absorbed them, they do have hands under there. So, like, I just assumed it's some have fins, some don't.
Alright, that sounds good to me.
Lewis, no, we're not doing that.
I'll do it. What is it?
Did his curl drops CC features.
Where was Addwaitya before the scare? That's the right question.
That's a good
Isn't
question.
it? That's a great question. Yeah. Next one.
The end of that clip. So Spellbinder and Hex are stepbrothers. So what I took it as, because they are technically different species, they are brothers, like bound brothers, but they are not related by blood. They are two kings of two separate kingdoms in Legerdomain that just have a very strong bond, so they call themselves brothers.
Yeah, we actually had a scene that we deleted where they spoke. Hex was voiced by John C. Reilly, and Spellbinder was voiced by Will Ferrell.
I hate you so much. God, now I want to make that. God damn it. Did you know what you were going to do as a scare in this episode when writing the previous ambiance? The way that I will answer that is that initially with Siskare, we didn't have a fully solid plan. Currently, we do. That's how I'll answer that question. When you said Addwaitya was bad at magic, is it because his species is immune to magic? No. So what it is that Addwaitya and his people discovered magic on their own way, and just the way that they discovered how to harness it, they can't harness it very well and don't know how to handle it very well. That's why he uses magical tools, because you don't really need to know how to use magic to use them.
Their whole race sucks at it.
Exactly. It's because they figured every species and everything, there's different words for mana and magic because they found their own way of harnessing it and manipulating it.
Yeah, they're the kind of people that play the game without watching the tutorial.
Exactly.
We're like, I got this.
We did see him cast a spell in UA. That's because in his time ruling over Legerdomain, he learned how to harness it better.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a good question that I didn't even think of. Oh gosh. is Kerr the spirit in Zack Saturday's body from Legerdomain and a guardian of the cryptids?
Ooh.
That's a really great question that I've never
Ooh.
even considered, so I don't know if I can answer that.
We'll think about it.
I mean, we'll think about it. That's a really good question. What was the deal that Scare and Addwaitya made? You'll find out.
Yeah. What do you think it was? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Are gremlins in 5YL now, or what? Since in the story of the forest, I believe we see a gremlin with wielding two axes. That's a question Rob has to answer. Are gremlins canon?
Based on everything you know about gremlins in Ben 10, which is a lot, would you say any of their lore would conflict with anything that we've already done or will do?
Actually, I would say it doesn't conflict, and it is confirmed in Ultimate Alien. In the episode, It's Tough to Be Gwen, I think is what it's called.
It's not easy being
confirm that
Gwen.
Mogwai, not easy being Gwen. They confirm that Mogwai exist.
Oh.
Because Max eats them. He said he brought kebabs to their family reunion or whatever, and he made Mogwai kebabs.
Don't get them wet, get them marinated. Yeah, sure. Gremlins are canon.
Yay! Prepare for a whole and beyond episode.
Yeah, halfway through the Gremlins hijacked the episode.
Why would you say that? Now I really want to make it. Ryan has now completed his character arc of watching UA.
How did Ziskare
that's the
diminish the sun in his castle? It just wore off. Like, that wasn't gonna last forever.
Mm-hmm. Would we see monsters from Anur in Legerdomain? You can see people of literally any species in Legerdomain, because a lot of them, pretty much any species that knows about magic, more than likely there have been like one or two people that got to like deity level and figured out magic enough to transport themselves to Legerdomain. Because that's the way that I put it with Addwaitya, is that they got to a point where he learned how to open a rift. Didn't know where it was going. He thought he was ascending, and that's why he was all nice and everything at first. But then he got kind of corrupted by Navato and people treating him like crap for hundreds of years. And that's why he became so hateful and stuff.
You see that, folks? You bully a turtle, and a couple hundred years later, he enslaves your whole domain.
And kills like half of it.
Stop bullying. It gets better.
What species is Cursecrafter? She says it in the episode. She's agrees in it. Agrees in him just refer to the gray people in Navato, that are all like witch doctory themed, like Hex. Hex is agrees in him. He's the king of them. Or was the king of them. It's a scare. Addwaitya, I've come to bargain. What happened to Michael's arm? I don't know what you're referring to with that. He has his arms still.
Yeah, he's got arms. I've seen him.
Yeah, he holds his staff and everything. He wouldn't be able to do that with arms. God, this chat is flying. It's hard to keep up. I just saw She's can ectonerates manipulate mana? Once someone even with lacking mana, once someone learns how to manipulate it and there's enough around them, then yes.
Yeah, anyone can do it, really.
People, as far as the people asking, are we going to get an episode about this or this or this or going here? We're not answering those ones.
Yeah.
We don't like to spoil what they're going to be. So apologies.
You can assume that anything's a possibility, but for more specific info, we only give that to patrons because these episodes can get expensive.
So join our Patreon down below.
Yeah.
Help support
and then
us
we'll tell
make
you.
These episodes much faster. Yeah. Is Agrigor still alive in 5-Whale? Yes. He's in prison. Because Greg did bad things.
Yeah. Everyone bullies him and calls him Greg in jail.
He's like, that's not my name, it's Agrigor. What was that, Greg? I couldn't hear you. Is Cece a good person? That's a subjective question.
Do you think she's a good person?
Me personally, I feel like deep down she's a good person. But she does pretty messed up things. But that's more so because she was born into a really bad situation.
Yeah.
Because she has mana deficiency. If you couldn't pick up that implied point in the episode.
There we go.
What's a Gregor's opinion on Cervantes and 5YL? Oh, that'd be a fun story.
Wait, what was the question? I didn't hear you.
How does Greg feel about Cervantes and 5YL?
He's mad at him because he doesn't exist.
Yeah, Greg burst into
like-
Cervantes' house late at night dressed as Santa Claus, and he was like, "You don't believe in me?"
He escaped prison just to do that.
Oh, you know what? Cervantes is in prison too.
Oh,
You know what? It'd be hilarious if they were cellmates.
prison episode.
Yeah.
He's like, so, you said Osmosians aren't real, huh? Then me punching you in the face won't actually do anything, right? Where is Bazell in 5-Whale? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Man is mysterious. and
He keeps
just
to
does what
himself.
he wants. Is there an explanation for the mana golems in 5-Whale? Ooh, okay. So that is additional lore that I have that I forgot to type in the doc. Rob, is it okay if I explain them? I believe I explained it to you before.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so you actually see where they come from in the episode. We just don't really pull a lot of attention to it. The mana golems, or the stone creatures, as they're referred to, I guess, they are the terra firma. Zoroaster is the guardian of terra firma. She created them. They are a people that she made in her own image, such as Caladrin making the Ithibis in his own image, and Withyurge indirectly making the Wither Roots from his own image when he went insane. Zoroaster created the terra firma as a people. So they are a conscious living people. It's just that over time, because Zoroaster wasn't really around and none of the Guardians were around to help defend them and stuff, and other species were kind of taking over the domain with their use of magic tools and hierarchy and stuff, they kind of just got put down at the bottom of the caste system and are treated basically not like living things. A lot of what was it, the Aridalus people, Spellbinder and Charmcaster's people, grew up just with the fact that their ancestors had control of them, of the terra firma, through spells and stuff. so they never really second guessed that they're living or not, because they've just always kind of followed them around and done what they wanted. So yes, the Terra Firma are the Stone Guardian people. They are alive. They are conscious. It's just that most of them that you see in the show are under control of someone.
So Withyurge went on a rampage after Zoroaster died, right?
Yes,
And he killed a lot of people?
he did.
So would you say he had a Withyurge for a purge?
Sure, Rob. Yes, he did. He had a withy urge for a purge.
Thank you.
A Horus plushie hat accessory win. Dude, I would actually love that. If we could have done something with Makeshift and made a little wizard Horus.
That would have
would've
been neat.
So cute.
Yeah.
How many Horus bots have the plumbers gone through at this point? Hundreds.
Yeah.
There are too many now. No.
And that's just the official models. There was like a couple trial and error horses too.
That's true. At this point, does Ambion take more work than 5YL?
It takes a different
I'd say
kind of
it's
work.
kind of yeah.
Yeah. It's just
equal
two
amounts of
totally
time.
different things. It's like having two different jobs.
Mhm.
You can't compare them. What would happen if a ghost absorbed mana energy? Well, it's just life energy. Like we were trying to explain in the episode that mana isn't a specific thing. It's just life
All the
energy.
same thing.
Yeah. Ghost energy
Think of it-
is a specific thing. And we've seen that Danny has been able to transform different kinds of energy and convert it to ghost energy. So I'd imagine it would just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To simplify people's thought on mana, think of it in the sense of potatoes. Mana is potatoes. You can make it in. You can change how it looks and tastes slightly by making fries or hash browns or even potato soup and stuff like that. It's all the same thing though. It's all potatoes. That's why
Yep.
chakra, ki, all that, they seem and look different, but they're the same thing.
Yeah. Potato chips, mashed potatoes, baked potato soup.
You're listing from something specific.
God,
and
I love
can't
potatoes.
remember what it is. Potatoes are the best food.
I love me some of them Tates.
Hashtag potatoes for Ambion.
I'm with it.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in the stew. I can't remember what it's from. It's gonna bother me. Is the blue forearms in the background the same as the one from the Dumb Doodle stream? You're referring to the Marvelous Marvin, and yes, it is. He finally got good enough at magic that he could make it to Legerdomain.
Whenever someone first makes it to Legerdomain, Caladrin's standing there with a popsicle and a congratulations card.
He's like, welcome! Would you like to go to the forest where everything dies? Would you like to go to the dark market where you're probably going to get robbed? Or would you like to go to the kingdom? Can I go to the kingdom? Nope, to the forest you go!
Wrong answer! Rah!
Where was Ben when he appeared in the episode's intro? He's in oh god, the Ice Pack's base.
Kilmus.
Did we have a name for their base though? I thought we did.
The freezer?
Oh, is that what we called it? The freezer?
I remember that was one of the names we talked about. I don't know if we settled on it, but I'm fine with that.
Well, it's all on now. It's the freezer.
The freezer. Or the lunchbox.
I like that better.
Yeah, the lunchbox.
The ice box.
The ice box.
It has the ice pack in it.
Yeah, he's there. He's visiting his kids. In fact, I was thinking about animating like his kids flying around in the background, but I felt like that would be too distracting. People wouldn't listen to what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of the episode is kind of summed up in that little conversation. I was like, people are gonna need to hear this, and if I like put Maxwell flying in the background, whatever they say is just gonna be drowned out by the fact that Maxwell's there. Same with Kevin. I was gonna have Kevin chilling in the background of Gwendolyn's screen too, but I was like, nah.
How do the Galvin perceive mana? I would say they just see it as an energy.
Yeah.
They probably...
They're
I would
smart
say
enough
probably
not to like
most
be
of them.
in denial about it. They're not gonna be like, no, science only. Like they're like, yeah, mana's true.
No one has a soul. Those things aren't real.
Yeah. The Galvins can't get over their extreme atheism.
No, they believe in the machine gods, remember?
Can you
Just
imagine a
Caldron in
Galvin
robot
Reddit?
costume. Huh?
I said, can you imagine a Galvin Reddit?
Oh my god. First off, the first post I think we would see is like Blukage or Driva posting like a vote for your favorite smoothie flavor from
Oh yeah.
and like blueberry or something wins. It's like, no, grasshopper's the best. No, this one is. Oh, we need an in-universe Reddit. That'd be so funny.
Well, Twitter exists in the Ben 10 universe.
Oh yeah, yeah, because Gwen read a tweet. I forgot.
And Ben's mom mentions my facing, but Ben questions it as if she's like mispronouncing, like getting mixed up, leading to the possibility that Facebook and MySpace could be real.
Oh no.
So I guess it stands to reason that Reddit could just be Reddit in Ben 10. They have Reddit too.
You know what? That's fair. Blukage and Driva are mods on the Mr. Smoothie Reddit.
Yes. They started the Mr. Smoothie Reddit.
Oh no. Is Five Whale before or after and Beyond? It is after. And Beyond is happening all beforehand.
Yeah. Or else Danny would be there.
Yeah.
Well, like if it was happening during. We can't say what happens after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our brainstorm species denied mana. Take away the life energy from the crabs. Get rid of it.
Yeah, man. I mean, anything that's alive has mana.
Yeah.
So, I mean, unless those crabs aren't alive somehow. Well, like ectoneurates, you know, but I wouldn't say cerebral crustaceans fall along the lines of that. Like, they just got mana. Ectoneurates are different, but we have a whole and beyond about them already, so.
Yes.
Yeah. How's the motion comic going? It's going good.
Check out our Patreon.
Yeah. I can't say too much.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Apologies. for
We're not
that.
even trying to plug it all the time. It's just we genuinely do keep these things to our Patreon, so it keeps coming up.
Mhm.
And yeah, we update it. And if the patrons don't get any updates, that just means there's either nothing to say or it's too much of a spoiler. Like for example, like we wouldn't tell the patrons Addwaitya was in the episode because that's like a genuine surprise. But like they knew about like CC and saw some concept art and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would want them to still be surprised by
Yeah,
things.
there's some things we just gotta never say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that
happened to
Pripatosian?
Hope's-
Oh, you first.
What happened to Hope's mother? The simple answer that we came up with is that she just left Spellbinder after Charmcaster was born.
Yeah.
So no one really knows. She just kind of like went off and did her own thing. What was your question?
What was the Pripatosian doing, or something like that?
He was making charms. That was the charm forge. It's so warm in there and no one else goes in there, so he doesn't really have to wear his suit.
Yeah, he's like, finally, a job I can do in my underwear.
Yeah. Did you base young Charmcaster's design off to the reboot version? Yes, I did, because I really liked the reboot design for Charmcaster, so I wanted to reference it. It is based directly off of that. Have Ben or Gwen been to Navato?
Yeah, they've been all around, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. No.
Navato's the dark.
I was just thinking about it. Yeah, I thought it was freaking Kingdom of Anywhere for a second.
Nah. I would say that Gwen probably has, but Ben has not. Because Gwen has been throughout the realm before. We reference it a little bit with dialogue from Caladrin and Gwen, that there have been a few other adventures that the team have had in Legerdomain between the end of Omniverse and that episode. Why don't they realize the stone golems are alive? They have mana flowing through their bodies. So does everything in Legerdomain.
Yeah, trees
Everything has mana, yeah. And they just don't really care either. They go about their own days and stuff. And they grew up being told that the things weren't conscious, so like, yeah.
Did Hex return to Legerdomain? No, he still works at the college. He likes it there.
He stayed on Earth. He likes it there.
Yeah. But I mean, he does visit Charmcaster sometimes. They're on good terms again.
Yeah. He's dating that professor that looked like Vilgax.
Zagliv.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came around to her.
Mm-hmm.
How's Sunny in 5YL? Is she a villain for Gwen? I wouldn't say villain. I would just say, like...
Bitty cousin.
Yeah. She's just her cousin, like a rival. And she still intentionally makes her human form look like Gwen just to mess with her.
She has a lot of cousins that, like, can look like other people and use it to mess with her. Like, almost every one of her cousins can transform.
Sunny can do it. What's her name can do it. Why am I saying star? Oh, it's because she's got a star on her shirt. God, what's her name? Lucy?
Lucy.
And Ben can shapeshift with the Omnitrix, and he's Gwen's cousin.
Yeah.
I did a 5YL edit of Sunny. I don't know if I posted it or not. I'll do it right. I'll do it right now in the 5YL channel on the Discord. I just did it for fun because I was messing around with the colors. I also did a variant of her wearing a red shirt, but it's just like the blue shirt she's wearing colored red. I didn't like edit it and make it a whole different shirt, so I don't want it on the wiki or anything. Well, I mean, it's fine. Like, people can own two different colors of the same shirt, right?
Yeah. What is this, a cartoon?
Yeah, they're there. Yeah, I just wanted to see what that shirt would look like red. And I think I did the earrings too. Did I? Did I not? I did. And I did the glasses. Okay. I drew these like a month ago.
What are Charmcaster and Michael's views on the reboot cartoon? They don't know it exists.
Yeah, they have no idea.
They live in Legerdomain. Gwen did have the same shirt in AF. Just changed to red in UA.
All right, so yeah, Gwen just has the same shirt in red, and Sunny still purposefully makes herself look like Gwen.
Yeah.
Just because it pisses Gwen off, yeah.
And you get TV signals in Legerdomain. If I have trouble getting TV signals from like the place that's like 5 miles away from my house, I would say no, you can't get TV signals in a different dimension.
Yeah, when Charmcaster said she could read Horace's radio signals, it's because there are no radio signals in Legerdomain, so the fact that Horace had some made him stick out. And she was like, whoa, what's that? There's been a disturbance in the Force. Michael!
Yes.
Go get it! She throws a dog treat at the door.
No, it's just a little. It's mana shaped as a bone.
Yes.
He's like, go get it. Oh, and something I would like to. Something I remembered that I wanted to say about Michael. Because we talk about the fact that he has runes on his shoulders. Those runes are used to drain mana from him. Because him being in Legerdomain, he essentially can hit God mode anytime he wants. So, because he's constantly absorbing mana from the environment, the runes that are on him absorb the mana back out of him, so that he can't like break out of his prison and go all powerful and stuff again.
Yes, indeed. So the chest
That's why
thing
he
binds
has
him
runes
to the Kingdom of Anywhere, and the runes on his shoulders suck his mana.
Exactly.
And there's a Michael had a bunch of different variations, at least like 4 or so. All the concept art is currently only a tier 3 reward. We might drop it down or release it later, but right now it's only tier 3. And something that will exclusively always be tier 3 is the original files. Like all of Ash's actual drawings. There's 2 different storyboards, the official storyboard, and then some rough versions of another version of the episode. Some pretty cool stuff there. I was trying to find, so when we first had a call, January 2021. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
When we first decided to do Legerdomain officially and started making it, there was like a 2-hour call that I wanted to edit some highlights of, and I was so sure I made sure it survived the file transfer from my old computer to my new one, and I couldn't find it. But there we were saying all kinds of crazy shit for like what we could do with the episode.
Yeah, no, this episode went through a couple changes.
Yeah.
As it was being produced.
In fact, it was being changed around so much. It was going to be the one right after Anur. But we couldn't settle on anything to a point where we were like, okay, now let's put it into production. We skipped it and said, let's come back to this and make something easier. And that's what the Big Chill one was. It was supposed to be easier. And by comparison, it was. But that episode was still pretty challenging to make too.
Yes. But rest assured that most of the rest of And Beyond as a whole is mapped out.
Yeah.
Again, join our Patreon, more details.
Yep. And not every episode's going to be like a crazy whole thing like this. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
so.
no. God, no. It's in fact,
we're just having fun right now.
Yeah, this was really just us trying some stuff because we had a lot of ideas we really wanted to test out. We are still going to have basic documentary episodes at some point again. Not every episode is going to be fully narrative and fully animated to the extent that we did in this episode.
Might not even connect to this as a scare plot line.
Yeah,
it might
could just be random things.
Yeah, it might in a very unexpected way. You might get through the whole episode thinking nope, and then boom. But you know, gotta keep you on your toes. You never know what's gonna happen.
At the end of the credits says,
yeah,
Ant-Man will return. And give no context.
That's funny.
How much does the Dwarf in the Flask and CC shop cost? Furthermore, what was the currency Darkstar used to buy Horus? First off, the Dwarf in the Flask thing, that is a material she uses in her job. It's not something she sells. Secondly, the thing that he gave CC in to buy Horus, that is an Omega rune. We were talking about, or Michael was talking about, there are different levels and types of runes, in, like, just in general. An Omega rune is just a high level rune that holds a lot of mana in it. Cece was excited about it and everything because she is mana deficient, and having a lot of mana helps her out.
It also makes her a better cook.
What?
I don't know.
I mean, she does.
Because she says I'm eating good tonight. After she gets it, right? So she's not selling it.
Yeah, because she's eating it.
Oh, she's gonna eat it?
Yeah.
The Rock?
Well, she eats it like Michael eats energy in Alien Force.
Okay. By the way, this is the Addwaitya art from the ending frames. His head is not connected so that I can add the fire texture. And I'm just having it here to color sample. But it's not drawn in the wiki style to use, which is why this one exists. So there you go. Will there be any more of Greg? That'd be neat.
It would be.
Yeah.
Is Dagon worshipped in Legerdomain?
Not
I
anymore.
wouldn't say, yeah, no, not really to the extent of like the Flamekeeper circle, because like not a lot of Legerdomain really worships the Guardians anymore. That's why they're called the Old Ones. They don't even know what they're called anymore. The only kingdom that really has any connection or praise for them still would be the Kingdom of Anywhere, because specifically Spellbinder went to Caladrin for help, and so did Charmcaster at one point.
Yeah. She's friends with a bird.
Bird. Tweet, tweet.
Oh, tweet, tweet, motherfucker. Oh, tweet, tweet, hot damn.
So is every Horus one AI or a different being? Horus is the same in every Horus, but it is not like a hive mind. It's think of it in the sense of if you cloned someone, and they had the same mind and memory and everything. It's just they're all the same. They're all Horus.
Yeah. But there is a Horus database where they can all pull the same information from.
Exactly.
Like they all have
That's
the
why
same
they
cell
all
phone
know.
or whatever.
Hey, you changed my Fave 5. No, I didn't. He did. No, I didn't. He did.
When Horus just admits it.
Yeah, I did it. So what? I thought that emissary was cool. Sorry.
Does created life have mana like galvanic mechamorphs and sonorosians?
It can.
I would say it depends on exactly how they're created.
Yeah.
Specifically sonorosians, yes. I would say yes. Just because how we explain the Sanovox and everything.
Mechamorphs, maybe not.
Yeah, no, that seems more like it's a...
Just like astronomically advanced AI, but they still don't have a soul.
That would be a manaless living creature, such as ectoneurites.
Yeah.
What is the beauty standard of Legerdomain? Yes.
Beauty
yes
standard.
To all.
This is why your realm is so far behind.
Exactly. He gets it. They don't treat anyone differently.
Yeah.
Except for the Terra Firma, because they don't know.
Am I gonna break down Heroes United? Maybe.
I be there for that if you do?
Only if you dress up as Bobo.
I will do it. I have a fez.
And an eye patch.
Yes.
And a monkey suit.
I'll have to get that, but I would love to be Bobo, haha. I'll even talk like this during the video.
The whole time.
Yeah.
If you ever stop, I'm just gonna hang up the call.
Shit.
And then tell the viewers, all right, he's not going to be part of it the rest of this.
Oh, I'll have to practice. Is Horace going live, or is he supposed to be? Is he supposed to come back and then take the footage? I would say he's not live. I would say it's footage.
Yeah, he acts like he's live. He's like, he broadcasts it to the plumber server, so like if a plumber wanted to, they could tune in and watch the Horace live feed. But like the And Beyond show isn't like being televised yet. And Beyond is like an in-universe show. Like the poster for it in Chapter 3 isn't just an Easter egg, it's real. But it's kind of just Horace's way of amusing himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The plumbers are like, okay, if it keeps them all happy, it's whatever.
Yeah. So like, I'd assume like, I don't know, maybe he puts them on like their version of YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Because like somebody had to make that flyer, if we're saying it's canon.
So how did Ben not know who Danny was? What?
Why would he?
Oh wait, I think they're referring to the fact of
Oh.
we did a.
Oh yeah, I mean
okay,
Ben doesn't
okay.
watch the show. He talks to the horses you see him talk to.
Yeah.
Like he's whenever we see him interacting with a horse, that's you can assume that that's all that's happened. But he's not like watching every episode. So he didn't see the Ghost Zone archives. And as for all the Saiyan stuff, that was just a different droid entirely. That wasn't a Horus, which is why the people of the 5YL universe don't even know that the Kryptonians exist, because the only one that ever found them, Zero, was destroyed. So yeah, slight tangent, but that's why Ben doesn't have a Kryptonian transformation. They straight up do not know this species is even real, let alone exists. They've never been found.
How did Horus travel to the Ghost Zone then? Because he's able to travel to Danny's universe and from there get into the Ghost Zone via a portal.
He has a, what's it called? A crossover flight or something? Like when two flights connect.
A connecting flight?
Yeah, a layover or something. Yeah, he's got a layover in Danny's universe.
He pops into Jack's lab and then just beelines to the portal. As fast
Basically, yeah.
Jack's like, hey, what is that? This is just a fun question. Reboot Vilgax is voiced by Yuri. So does Ben voice Vilgax in the cartoon
Yes.
universe? I love it.
It was the one deal he had. So the in-universe Ben 10 show was put on by Tim Dean, the guy who did Super Alien Buddy Hero Adventures, because technically he still owned the copyright, and he wanted to make another show now that Ben's identity is real, and Ben threatened to sue him, and they got in this whole legal battle, and the resolution was Tim Dean can make the show as long as Ben's involved in the creative process. So like Ben made up the alien overflow, and he's the voice of Vilgax and stuff like that. Hold on, I need to hide my screen for a second because I need to open a file to get a more natural color sample for good old Addy here, because there's too many gradients on him for me to get a pure sample.
Why did Hex become a villain when his brother died? It really is because Hex
Perspective.
was the leader. Well, yeah, perspective. He was the leader of Navato, and just that way he acted is how he ruled over Navato and everything. He never really saw it as villainous. It's just how he is. But Navato is not the nicest place too, so like kind of a slight bit.
Yeah, he's kind of I wouldn't say he's like a villain as in haha I'm evil. He's just he has a very different way of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is
maybe
Ryan
like on
Asher
Earth
real?
he started. Wait, what's up?
Said, is Ryan Asher real?
Are you? God, I hope so.
I've been Horus this whole time.
It's just a tiny Horus robot piloting a mecha that looks like me. It's like take that scene in Men in Black 1 and replace the tiny gray alien with Horus.
Yeah, somehow I never noticed like you were covered in like nuts and bolts and everything.
Why I hate drawing robots. I don't like drawing attention myself. Hero, continue. I was invested in the Hex thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
What, me?
Yes.
What was I talking about?
Hex, apparently.
Was I? How did I instantly forget that? What just happened?
It's because we're live streaming and our attention gets.
What was I
divided
saying
amongst
about
other
Hex?
things. I don't remember either.
Fuck. I'm sorry.
Levi, remind us. You're the one asking.
Maybe just like his morality? Like why is he such a...
Explaining if he was evil.
Oh, no. I mean like... Nobody... There's people that are evil because their way of doing things are corrupt. And there's people that are evil because they like being evil, like Vilgax. Vilgax is evil. Agrigor is evil. Charmcaster does evil things, but isn't technically evil. It's the same with Hex, yeah. It's kind of like Ben in the freaking Ultimate Kevin arc. He's not evil, but he's like, I gotta kill this guy. And you know,
Or
murdering
them and
your
all during
friends
the
is
Alien
wrong.
Force.
Yeah.
Them and all during Alien Force just beating the shit out of D and aliens, knowing they're people.
Yep. Or even the hybrid, like in their own twisted way, they thought they were doing the right thing. Their ego was just so massive that they didn't realize they were being pricks. But I would say like after a while on Earth, like, you know, he's in another realm that he's unfamiliar with, doesn't have a job, doesn't understand currency or this and that, so he's scrapping. He's just doing what he can to survive, and he's not really caring. Like imagine
He's
if you
also
just got
trying to take care of
teleported
a
to
kid.
another dimension. Yeah, you would just do whatever, and you know, so he started stealing. He started, you know, beating people up when he needed something. And
The
then,
only stuff he knows is magic, so
Yeah.
he's looking for magical items in the world.
and he doesn't really care what happens because it's not his world. So yeah, he's gonna fuck up that librarian.
Damn it.
So with Addy, I did it like all of his claws are one color on one side except for the middle one, and then the reverse on the other. So he's got all red claws on one hand with a gold claw in the middle, and then vice versa.
I do really like that detail. Like it's a very cool design thing.
Thank you.
People saying Addy?
Oh,
Yeah, no.
yeah.
All of the villains, if their names are hard to spell or something, we usually give them a shorthand.
Yeah, we were
Like,
just saying Addwaitya, Zeskare over and over. So like
No, it's
somehow
Addy and Zeke.
yeah, it evolved into Addy and Zeke, and I don't even notice it anymore. The Greg thing was on purpose, but this was just genuine shorthand. Like, I'm not gonna freaking type out Addwaitya and Zeskare every single time I need to talk to Ryan about them. So.
Do terra firma enjoy chin scratches? They don't really feel them. They're made of stone.
I mean, I've pet a lizard
A rock.
and it liked it. A bearded
But I'm
dragon.
talking- the terra firma are literal stone, though.
Okay. Okay. Addie's
How-
gonna
oh
give you
my
a hug.
God.
What's up?
I hate Ken's question, but it's making me laugh. How do I apply to be King Charmcaster's Royal Footstool? God.
There's a waiting list.
See, that was an unexpected reaction when I was watching the chat for the premiere. Is everyone doing the mommy Charmcaster stuff? I was like, crap. I didn't realize it. What I've done.
I didn't expect it, but I wasn't surprised. I was just like, yeah. All right.
It's really funny. I will state, Charmcaster is in her early 30s now, because of the time dilation between reality and Legerdomain. Which technically that means Michael's in his 30s too. They both old now.
Wait, so Charmcaster ages faster? She's just not older?
Say it again.
Charmcaster's older because she ages faster and not because she's just genuinely older? In Legerdomain?
Yeah, well, it's... I would say her age is because just time passes faster in Legerdomain. So she is just in her 30s because in Legerdomain, over the span of 5 years in reality, more time has passed in Legerdomain. I would say with Charmcaster's people, the Aridulus, they can still live to be like hundreds of years old and stuff like that. But they age pretty.
So
close to
does
how
she scale to 30 then? Like, is she the equivalent of a 30-year-old human, or is she just like literally 30, but not like? Because you know,
literally 30.
she's literally 30.
Yes.
So that means she's aging like a human, even though she lives longer, right? So what happens when she's like 400?
They just keep getting wrinklier and older.
No. What?
I would say through magic and stuff. Think of it with the hot springs or the hot springs. The Fountain of Youth episode where Hex was like old as hell. It's because his age caught up with him. He didn't have some kind of mana thing to keep him young looking.
Oh, okay, so he's used to rejuvenating himself?
Exactly.
How old's Hex?
Hundreds of years old. Him and Spellbinder were like hundreds of years old whenever Addwaitya attacked.
Okay.
Charmcaster was only like probably.
Wait, hold
10
on. I'm sorry. I'm just really trying to map this out. So, she's 30 because she's aging faster, right?
Yeah.
But she's just rejuvenating her life, like when she gets too old. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right.
She's not old.
She's
yet.
like
She's
15
just
in
30.
classic, right? Then she's like,
Yeah, she's 5 years older than Ben.
okay. But now she's more years older than Ben.
Because
More
time
years
passes
later.
faster. Yeah, exactly. Because time moves faster in Legerdomain.
And she's experiencing that in real time in her perspective, so every time she sees Ben and Gwen, it's like a long-ass time for her?
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
Because what was it? In the episode where Michael, like, meets her for the first time and everything, they spend 3 days together in the span of, like, an hour of them of Ben and Gwen and them trying to figure out how to summon the portal. I watched Ultimate Alien. Y'all fucking don't doubt me now.
And that's just an automatic thing for anybody in Legerdomain, right?
Yeah, time literally. Think of it like Halloween Town rules. If you ever watched Disney's Halloween Town, just time passes differently there.
Okay. So Gwendolyn can go in there and spend like a year in there and come out and it's been like a couple minutes?
I mean, it'd be a couple hours, but yeah.
Alright. Time, huh?
Time is a thing you can put on the wall. Wear it on your wrist. The past is far behind us. The future doesn't exist. What's the time? It's 9:15. Time to take a bath. Uro, what are you most afraid of? Tell us.
Like personally or like just
That was the question.
most afraid of? God, I don't know. Like psychological shit. Like dying for a really stupid reason. or before I've done something significant.
That would suck.
But I mean, like, just regular ass fears. Like, you know, I'm not crazy about heights. I got to do something a couple of times. Like, I used to freak out on roller coasters, and now I'm fine with them. But, like, I don't know. Like, you ever been in one of those, like, really tall buildings where the floor's made of glass?
Oh my god, yes,
Yeah.
I fucking hate
Can't
them.
do it. I feel like if I did it enough, I'd get used to it. Like, I don't think it's a fear for life, but, like, right now, because I rarely do stuff like that, every time I'm like, ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah, imagine if I died choking on a hot dog. Jesus.
That's your legacy.
Yeah.
On your tombstone, it's like, died of glizzy. Fucking, I'd say my biggest fear is just eternity and existence in general. Fucking, because for those who don't know, I'm not religious.
You're Galvin.
Yes, the machine gods. But yeah, no, I'm not religious. So like, personally, I do kind of think like when it's over, it's over. It's just that's it. But then like my brain gets into like this existential dread of like, well, what does that feel like with there's nothing? But there is nothing, so there would be literally nothing. It's like going to sleep and just nothing happens. You'd have no perceptive because you're not there anymore. We're gonna change the topic now.
And
I
heights.
slipped into existential. Let's see. What's another question? Did Charmcaster's father make a door to anywhere in every universe?
It's the same door.
It's the same door everywhere.
Yeah,
And
it
anywhere.
can only be at somewhere one. Nah. God. Ugh.
Yes.
Can't. Come.
Climbest thing you could put on the wall. for every universe.
God, that sentence just would not come out. All right.
Yeah.
It can only be in one place at a time. That's what I've been trying to say. So when somebody summons the door somewhere, it's there, and it's always there until it goes somewhere else. And the default place it goes to is where it first was summoned on Earth,
Yes.
which is just in some freaking desert, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. That's just a stupid thing on my part. Anytime I watched the episodes that have the door, I always thought it was like on a cliff overfacing an ocean. But then you said it was a desert, and I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean, it could look like an ocean, but I feel like the animators are pretty good at making water move when it needs to. So if it was an ocean, the background would probably be all wibbly.
How many Legerdomain transformations does Ben have? Well, considering most of the species that live there are from across the known universe, like, a lot. Like, they have Tetraman and wow, my brain is blanking on
Right,
literally any
Patosian's
species.
there.
Yeah.
Nemuina's
Yeah, no,
there.
Exactly.
Florana.
Has Paradox ever met Spellbinder? That's a Ben 10 theory, is that he actually is Spellbinder. Just with a wig and a goatee. He did it to trick Charmcaster into resurrecting Ben.
Oh my god.
Aren't the humans in Legerdomain count as a subspecies? They're not humans. They're a different species. They're not from Earth.
If a human was born in space, would you call him a human?
I mean, species, yes. They just wouldn't be an Earthling.
Okay. Would you say that the Griezenim and what's the other one?
A Rydalus.
Would you say that they're like a derivative of humans in some way?
I mean, yeah, you could say that, because, like, there's even that theory of, like, in real life, human DNA came to Earth on the meteor that killed the dinosaurs and stuff like that. Like, I feel like the source of DNA sometimes could come from other places and have others stem off of it, such as in the Saiyans and Kryptonians that we did in that and beyond. They come from the same thing, even though they are different.
We are different, but same.
We're not so different, you and I, Mr. Powers. Also, for all the people that keep asking, is Shaolin Showdown canon? Is Yu-Gi-Oh canon? Most of those things, when they show up, are literally just meant to be like visual Easter eggs.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like they're actually like there
Yeah.
in the universe, as in a person identifies it as exactly what it's referencing. It's kind of just like for you, the audience.
Exactly. Like whenever, again, the Kryptonian Ambion, we had a dragon in there that looked like Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, that's not really Toothless. That wouldn't even make sense.
No. Since the latest Ambion revealed more info about Legerdomain, will Kuro be making official artwork for Gwen's summoned guardians? We already have art in the comics of them, so like.
Yeah, those I don't feel like we need official art for. As a commission, sure. Like, I'm not refusing, but I don't think I'm gonna do that on my own free will. Unless people like want it. I mean, I'm still trying to like update Fast Track and stuff. Like, that's a whole other thing. What's up?
Jaberson says, make sure to save your work and posture check.
Thank you. This man's got a lot of details. How long have we been going so far? An hour and a half. Wow.
Already? Dang.
Yes, sir. So, regardless of how far I get, we'll probably only go for another hour or so. Because we do need at least a half hour to prep for our Patreon stream right after this, where we do a breakdown of the episode. If you're not a Patreon, if you're not a patron, and you're interested in seeing us take the episode and break it down exactly how I do my regular breakdowns on the main channel, the first tier starts at $1, and that's all you need. There's other rewards for higher tiers, but if all you're worried about is this stream, just $1, and you can come look, ask more questions, and hear some special nifty things. Yeah.
Join the $5 tier, and you can join our Minecraft server.
Oh yeah, that shit's going nuts. Go over to our Twitch, and you can see a free demo exploration of it. We streamed a little bit of what it's like, and there's some crazy builds. A lot of them thanks to Crystal Moon 101. 101 or 100? I'm pretty sure it's 101. I usually just say Crystal.
It's just Crystal.
Oh, she's here, right here in the chat. What's up,
Hi, Crystal?
I'm sorry I forgot your numbers. I've never said them out loud. Oh, she also... I credited her as the voice of Zoroaster, because technically she is. She did the crying sound effect for Zoroaster dying. And I'm like, well, technically, you know?
If we ever have any flashback stuff where Zoroaster's alive, we know who to get it from.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep coming back to you, Crystal, if we need more Zoroaster. But you're officially the voice of Zoroaster. When you see her die in the episode, that's Crystal. So thank you for that. And then thank you for all the cool Minecraft stuff, too. Addie's all blinged out here.
Oh, buddy. Dude, honestly, I love the way you interpreted the design I did for him.
Thank you.
It's so cool. The gold accents on it just so nice.
It's a warmer gold than I usually do, too. Like whenever I do gold on Ben's Aliens or Vlad, I use a more brighter yellow gold, but Addie's got like this rich orange gold. Actually, you know what? It looks like a different shade on my monitor than it does on my tablet. I hate that so much.
Dude, that's just the thing with tablets, because it does that with mine too. Like I'll have to export something out a couple times because like it looks good here, and then I'll export it and
Yeah.
get ready to send it. I'm like, wait a second, that's not right.
It's pretty newts.
Ooh, question about Ambient episode. Is there any official wiki on the artifacts used by Addwaitya? If there isn't one, can we at least know what the Livonian bone bag does? Okay, so pretty much all of those were just things I made up, or I think there's one that's a reference to Shaolin Showdown.
Is that 3 Shaolin Showdown references I hear then?
That was like a lot of Shaolin Showdown references.
I should see that show.
I watched it again recently.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, you know what? Why not? It's magic.
Isn't Tara Strong the main character? Am I thinking of the right one?
Omi. Yeah, Omi. The little dude Omi.
So she's
Show
Omi
on
and
this
Ben.
fire is- Yes. When we do the crossover, we need to get her for both.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's most of the artifacts I made up. But let me actually open the thing real quick. I can say the names of them because I don't remember all of them.
You don't? How dare you?
Not off the top.
Wow.
I
Wow.
made them at like 3 in
He
the
doesn't
morning.
care.
Sir, first off, I worked on that section months ago. Secondly, I don't remember. I made them up on the spot when I was making the assets.
I really like the lantern one.
Here, you know what? I can just drag and drop them onto my tablet so that the audience
That's
can see
actually
along.
perfect.
In fact, let me just finish this leg real quick. And I'll do that.
I can read them out because I have some of them ready. So
Hold on. I'm almost ready. I'm almost ready.
Okay.
I'm almost ready. What sequence was this in? Folder 2, Navato?
Yes.
Yeah, and then frame number 9-5. All right, we're starting off with the lightning claps.
Yes. The lightning class of clap. That was just because I wanted the. It's so weird. That one I kind of just wanted it to be a thing I've been drawing as like a weapon or on superheroes and stuff since I was in middle school. Is always some kind of like weird electrician or engineer's glove that can make electricity. And I do that all the time without realizing it, so that's where that comes from. With it, the user is just able to like generate and conjure electricity. Then you have the Teetering Tide Trident, which is a trident that you're able to control water with, and he uses it to make like giant. He can make tsunamis with it. He can make tidal and surf waves. My words, yes. And then we have the Lantern of Didal Dupree. That is meant to be based off of a Soul Eater character named Jacqueline. Because in that series, you have people that turn into weapons. Jacqueline's weapon form is a lantern, and her user uses her as like a rocket, essentially. So I based that weapon off of there. Didal Dupree is like their last. It's letters of each of the user or the Meister and the weapons last names, but like jumbled up.
Green Lantern.
Then we have the Livonian bone bag. I wanted to name it something slightly different, but the reference would have been way too on the nose if I did. It was going to be called Megalovonian bone bag. It's Sans. It's meant to be Sans skeleton things. Essentially, it's just a bag that contains the skeleton and bones of like a shadow creature that you can conjure and control from.
And we got the slick
Then-
spling.
The
What is
slick
this?
spangle of slink. The slick spangle of slink. It's just like a little necklace thing that can turn the user into a gelatinous slime. And then the Storm Slasher Ryam, that is literally just the Sword of the Storms from Shaolin Showdown.
Spooky Oogie.
Yes. I knew it was Sans. I tried to make it as obvious as possible without straight up, like, saying Megalovania.
Da-da-da-da.
How come we didn't get a turbo spell in the episode? No one really was attacking with magic throughout the episode.
Yeah, it wasn't really an action-orientated episode.
If anything, I would have, if I had to put it in there, I would change whenever Caladrin like uses his mana slash on the Wither root. I would just change that and make it to where you can hear Caladrin saying "Turbo."
Use his
and then,
mana
like,
slash?
Yeah.
Like he's a fucking Pokemon.
He makes a hard light construct of mana on his foot and slashes a thing. What am I gonna call it? Oh, that's his.
Caladrin. Use mana slash.
You don't tell me what. Oh, okay.
What Pokemon type would you say Caladrin is?
He would be a psychic flying type, most definitely. He's a magic bird.
What about Withyurge?
Withyurge would be, in his original form, I would say he would probably be either a grass fairy or a grass psychic type. But in his current, like, monster forest form, he would be a grass dark type.
So, could the psychic flight type beat the grass dark type?
Actually, I know Pokemon stuff, but I don't
Can
know
it?
match up that well. Let me see. Let me look it up real quick. Pokemon type calculator. Let's see. So I said it was a psychic flying type.
Bird up, Paxton. What's up, Paxton? Ben Tennyson himself is here.
Oh yeah, no. You know what? Caladrin would get only half damage off of original form Withyurge, but he would get double damage off of the monster forest Withyurge.
Dope. So it all lines up.
Wait
Oh, it sounds like I'm out of music.
Just wait until we do a video giving all of the Ben 10 aliens Pokemon types and calculating who's stronger.
Yeah, we'll do all the villains too.
Honestly, I really want to do that. That does sound fun.
Uh,
Like Vilgax. Vilgax would be...
I wouldn't.
Definitely
I can help do the calculations because that's just like an algorithm, right? But I don't know the I don't know the
numbers that
types.
well.
I don't know the types enough to pick them out.
Oh, I do. I know them thematically, and that's about it. New drawing matrix, turning Ben 10 characters / aliens into Pokemon. Perfect. Right up my alley. How did Ignis find Navato? Okay, so yeah, that's an Easter egg in the thing. Again, it's meant to just kind of be a visual, funny thing in there. The fact that my friend Ignis is in the episode.
We could say his character literally is in Legerdomain, though.
I mean, yeah, technically.
Yeah, that doesn't
it's part
conflict
of
with
a
anything.
comic. Technically, it could be a crossover with my original comic Patchworks when I eventually finish it.
There you go. Boom.
Why was the rune translation in the episode incorrect? It's just so strange that you put so much attention to detail, but wrote the runes wrong.
Oh, I just used a random font, personally. Like, when the Horus algorithm shows up and then the intro card, I just used a font that said Magic Runes. And I didn't think anything of it. I didn't even know that said anything to begin with. Although I did translate words, though. Like, in the intro, I really did type in Legerdomain, and whatever the font spat out, that's what showed up. But if you can figure out the secret Easter egg of what the magic algorithm is, I don't know. I really don't have any.
Magic.exe.
Yeah. What magic.exe, you will be a legendary multiversal explorer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to make this a whole contest, but it would be neat, you know, if someone can actually figure out what it says. Just based on, like, the repeating letters and the positioning and stuff.
Ooh. Which of Mike's parents causes magic problems? Is there a reason they split up since we hear Mike say his mother is with his stepfather? his his mana deficiency comes from his mother's side because his mother was a grease in him. I would say they split up just because.
They were a bad couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just didn't work.
For each
Yeah.
other that well. Michael got his personality from one of his parents, so the other parent just wasn't cool with that. What happened to Ben turned into a human? Ben is he can't. He is the human
Yeah.
in the Omnitrix. Does Legerdomain have plumbing? The Kingdom of Anywhere does. And probably Navato. I imagine Navato probably does.
Yeah, 2 different plumbing systems though.
Well, because they're on completely separate things. Is the stream good? Yes, the stream is going to be up. It's going to be on here afterward.
Well, yep. The past 2 Ambions we did Q&A streams for, Anur and Kilmus, and both of those should be up as well. So this will join the roster.
How big is the Forest of Zoroaster? Not very big, because it is just a essentially lore implications wise. Originally, it was just the original area of where the Guardians emerged from. It was just kind of like a not too big, not too small landmass that they just kind of like turned into their main hub that they lived in, and people came to praise them. I would say whenever Withyurge kind of spread his roots out everywhere, maybe it increased in size a little bit, but like it's not a gigantic place. Like the comparatively size-wise, from smallest to largest, it would go Kingdom of Anywhere, Zoroaster, and then Navato.
We only really saw
Navato-
one ring of Navato too.
Yeah, that's true. You only saw the 4th ring.
Yeah.
The other rings get much worse.
Yeah, they're quite the place. The episode would have ended right then and there if he showed up on any of the other rings.
It falls through and just immediately dies.
Yeah, this ring has no floor.
He's like, oh no. Just into the vastness. Any of the residents of Legerdomain go on D&D like quests, 5-whale D&D web. Honestly, yeah, they do magic stuff. It's a magic realm. Magic things happen.
Yeah, they're still exploring Legerdomain too. Cause it's a whole dimension, so I imagine like some people just get together and go exploring, see what happens.
It's just the only places that are like really well known and not categorized, I guess marked.
Yeah.
Would be like Kingdom of Anywhere, Zoroaster, and then like a chunk of Navato. Because Navato, if you look at the map in the episode, is a giant landmass that goes like so big it goes off the map. The rings of Navato are like just within like a certain amount of area of that, but then the deserts just keep going. And there could be more past there, but no one really knows. Was Horus able to be tempted by the mana pit?
Oh, the
Mystic Sinkhole.
yeah.
Was that due to Ziskar possessing him? Yes. Because if you listen in the episode, the voices are speaking directly to Ziskar.
Yeah, they're like, Ziskar, you're not welcome here. We must protect the king. Stuff like that. Yeah, they were messing with Ziskar, and thus it pulled Horus in. But Horus can't be enticed by the pit because he's Horus.
Because he is a machine.
Yeah, he knows better.
How peculiar.
How peculiar.
I love how he did that line.
Sips bird
like,
tea.
It just, I don't know. There are certain lines in this episode that they're done so well. Like I keep going back and re-listening to them. I'm like, God, I love it.
Yeah, I like whenever we get a chance to have some of the voice actors like really give a performance. Every project we do, I feel like we push it a little bit further. But you know, we went from the first time we really tried something like this was with Kellen as Manta Bolt in Bulwark, and now we have full-on storytelling.
It's
So, yeah.
ever evolving.
And then of course with
Join our
with the
Patreon.
motion comic coming out too, that'll give plenty of chances for our cast to really show off their range and talents.
Cannot wait. Question from Kenem. Relating to one of my earlier questions, if there's only one Legerdomain for all of Anua, do you think people in Legerdomain semi-regularly meet their doppelgangers from alternate universes? That's actually a really great question.
I wouldn't say regularly enough where like it's not surprising, but it could happen. In the vast infinite realm of the Omniverse, it's not like we can say there's no other Legerdomains. It's just there's no Legerdomains connected to Anua, and none in any shape that really matters that's notable. But I mean, it could happen. It probably might have happened.
Plus, with how big Legerdomain is, where it connects to the other dimensions and stuff might not be the same places.
Yeah.
Like, if you go to even, like, Ben 23's dimension and summon the door to anywhere, it might not take you to the Kingdom of Anywhere. It would just open somewhere, I don't know, on the other side of the Rings of Navato.
Like where you build your Minecraft portal and enter the Nether.
Dude, legitimately, though, yes. Where's the Nether Highway for Legerdomain?
Yeah.
We have to get above the roof.
Except the overworld is the multiverse, not just one universe, and the Nether is Legerdomain. Why didn't Hope notice the scare inside Horus? Because Ziskar has no life energy for her to sense. There's no way that she would have been able to detect Ziskar unless he revealed himself.
I'm gonna do a Legerdomain mod in Minecraft. Dude, that'd be sick as hell. Dude, see, I was wishing with the Ben 10 Minecraft thing that happened a while back, they would do stuff like that. Like, that'd be cool as hell. Is the part of Legerdomain we see in Omniverse still there? I'd say yes.
Yeah.
It's just a different part. That's why it looks different. For all the people who are like, Ash, your design choice is shit. I like Omniverse. Well, still there.
I don't really like Omniverses, because
I can see why.
It's just like kind of just fucking a bunch of shit. I feel like that makes more sense for like the temporal zone. Or like a chaotic world. Like Legerdomain is supposed to be like a civilized society. And they got like
the remnants of one.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's not like there'd just be giant eyeballs flying around. Like, I don't know. I'd like to think if we were gonna give another explanation, like, it wouldn't just be another part of Legerdomain. It would have been like temporarily corrupt because Charmcaster was going nuts or something.
That's true.
But I don't know. I feel like a design like that is a good design, but not for Legerdomain.
Legerdomain and Beyond Part 2. Giant flying eyeball canyon.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh god, Crystal with more mind.
Sorry.
Oh, bless you. You're good. Wait, Charmcaster summons rock monsters. What if she summoned them the same way as an iron golem? Well, she better get some jack-o'-lanterns and some iron blocks. Everyone in the chat saying bless you.
Thank you.
Are there any potions in Legerdomain since it's magic? Or yeah, no. You see Spellbinder using some to fix up Addwaitya.
I'm dying over here.
Some people are saying Gesundheit, bless you. Others are saying stop sneezing.
I'm trying. I'll take some Benadryl after this stream or something. Hope that doesn't knock me out though. I've been up since 3
AM?
a.m. Yeah.
Sir, why?
I don't
you
know.
knew we had 2 streams.
I tried, dude. I went to bed early last night. I just did an event, so I was already tired, and then I just woke up at 3 a.m. and that was it.
What time did you go to bed?
God, I don't remember. I got home at like 7 or 8ish, and not too long after it, but it took me a bit to fall asleep too. I don't know, man. I should always sleep more than I actually do.
Yes. I mean, hell, I'm the insomniatic one normally, but I've been on a fairly regular sleep schedule since I got back from my trip. Although, I have been having many nightmares, so I have not been having good sleep.
Uh-oh.
It's just because I'm dieting and exercising and stuff now. My body chemicals are getting all jumbled, so my brain is not liking it.
You dreaming of a bunch of crazy frogs breaking down your house too?
No.
That's what I have nightmares about.
I did have a nightmare about my old job before I woke up today. Horrible. Ryan's getting ripped. Damn. No, not ripped.
No, he is.
I'm caveman again. I'm doing paleo again.
He's getting ready for the
Caveman
cage
Ash is
match.
back.
Inkton cage match.
God damn. Are the rooters still mutated, or did they get turned back to human? They're dead.
The ones that worked for Cervantes?
I always thought it implied that they got killed.
Oh no.
Because you just see them left behind and then null guardians flying towards them. I always thought it implied that
Oh
they
yeah,
got
you know what? That's a good point. Maybe they did die. I was rooting for him.
Cervantes is the only one left alive. He's in prison though.
Yeah, bunking with Greg.
If you had a chance to do a complete redesign for Addwaitya for an Benton series, what route would you take?
Probably this.
I was gonna say I literally did that for this episode.
Yeah, this looks good. I like this. I wouldn't change this. Make it this. Yeah, this. This, please.
Can you add some sprinkles?
Yes, sir.
Hot take. Arjit is the best character. I take no criticisms. See, I would have been on board with you, but I finally saw the Andreas episode. And, like, they made Omniverse Arjit a very different character, and that's why I like him in Omniverse. But when seeing what he did to Andreas just upsets me a lot.
He's a bad person.
Yeah, he's a bad person, I know. But, like, God, part of me feels like he could be redeemed. But he does become a politician in the future, so like, eh. Andreas deserves justice. Slay the rat. Hey. People just saying slay the rat.
Slay the rat. Slay the rat.
He's like, I'm a porcupine, you douchebags. Andreas didn't die. Kevin would have probably done the same thing as Argit before Alien Force. Exactly, thank you. Argit has bad traits, yes, but that's because he's meant to be kind of a villain.
Slay the rat.
Dispose of the mice. God damn it. Are the plumbers stationed in Legerdomain? Or are there plumbers from Legerdomain?
No. I wouldn't say they have domain over that. That's a whole different dimension.
Yeah, no, that's Charmcaster's bag right there.
Yeah. They're like, they talk if they need to. Like, they have each other's Facebook.
Paxton, eradicate the rodent. There's gonna be a fucking hashtag justice for Andreas, hashtag slay the rat.
Slay the rat. Yes. Get it going.
God.
Slay the rat.
No. So have it be whenever Argit was running for Earth President, that story got leaked out to news media, and those are hashtags that happened on Twitter. They're like, you want this man leading the planet?
Yeah, it's his
Hashtag
political
slay
campaign.
the rat.
Dude, and you know who he's running against?
Who?
Professor Blarney T. Hoakstar.
No, I would never want Hoakstar to be president. That's why.
That's how Argit wins. Because of what you just said. They're like, Hoakstar.
See, I would have imagined. Okay, no. So that presidential debate, it's Hoakstar, Argit, and Oh God, why is my brain blanking on his name right now? J. Jonah Jameson, man, fuck.
Harangue?
Will Harangue, god damn it, yeah. And Harangue. Harangue is either running like the Fox News of that universe, or he's running for president. There's no in between. Or he's doing both, actually. He's delivering the news on his opponents, and people are believing it. Did the Fox Guardian from Legerdomain went to Earth explain the Kitsune? Okay, so firstly, that Guardian, I need to open my doc for her name because I don't remember it off the top of my head.
Wow.
Dude, I made a list of gods. Give me
Wow.
a break. That's Nedrista. Nedrista, Guardian of the Wild Beasts. She is just meant to resemble a fox and general wildlife. It is not meant to be a kitsune. I don't know shit about kitsunes. For all the people that think that my ultimate wild mutt was meant to be a kitsune and this was meant to be a kitsune, I don't know what a kitsune is. So stop thinking I'm making everything based off of.
That's exactly what someone who's obsessed with Kitsune would say.
You will fall, Rob.
Not if I fall. Make myself fall first.
Wait a second. Did you actually just... Oh, god damn it. Kitsune or nine-tailed fox. Think Ninetales from Pokemon. Okay. Well, in that instance, still, no. That's not what I based off.
Naruto.
Naruto!
Naruto!
Yeah.
The bail.
Hashtag down with the... Slate. Sasuke!
Sasuke.
Egg.
You gotta watch
The camera
Naruto, man. You gotta watch Naruto.
I will at some point. It's all of the big three I've refused to touch just because I know that like the fan bases for them could be very good, but also I know that they can be very toxic and hateful. And if I'm going into it not knowing stuff, I don't want to be like basically like, you know how on Discord when people get white named and stuff. And
Yeah,
treated
so
like
you
crap
saying
and
you don't know about
I don't
Madara
like that.
Uchiha's infinite Tsukiyomi?
I don't. I really don't.
Damn,
I don't
bro.
even know what you just said.
Damn.
Look, One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto, I will watch at some point. But not now, because I don't have the time. One Piece is going to be over soon anyway, so, like, I'll actually be able to catch up.
Think you could catch up all in one piece?
I...
Oh, God.
Bless
Golly.
you times two. That was the universe slapping you in the face for making that fucking pun. One Piece will end in like 5 years. Exactly. And when it ends, I'll start watching it. I'm scared to start One Piece at this point. Exactly. Thank you. One of my friends started watching it last year and caught up to it in like 6 months, but he watched like 12 episodes a day for 6 months. I was like, bro,
That's too much.
it is too much One Piece. It's not One Piece anymore. Did you hear that Owl House is returning October 15th? Yes, I'm actually very excited for it. If y'all didn't notice, I put a few Owl House Easter eggs in this episode.
Owl House Canon 5YL.
Rob said it. It's true. Rob said it. It
Yep,
counts.
there you go. Merry Christmas. It's my gift
Have
to
you
you.
watched? Have you watched Owl House?
I have not.
I think you would actually very much enjoy it. It's
I'm
a very
too
cute
busy
show.
watching motherfucking Cobra Kai, son.
You already finished the season.
Cobra
Watch Owl House.
Kai, son.
Go on Disney Plus.
When
and watch.
Chosen did the thing and said, I'm the chosen one.
For fuck's sake.
Did you ever see the Karate Kid movies, man?
I saw the Karate Kid movies. I haven't watched Cobra Kai.
You gotta watch the Karate Kid movies again, and then you gotta watch Cobra Kai.
When are we gonna do random movie reviews?
After the
Can
breakdowns.
we? Cool.
I already
Well,
got
yeah, no,
4
you-
planned.
We're doing Gremlins.
Okay.
Cool. I can't believe Owl House got canonized before OKKO. I mean, technically, no. You drew it. You drew the kid from OK.
KO.
Like, sorry, I sneezed.
I also drew that God, what's it called? The transformation.
Rad.
A transformation from OKKO.
Yeah, you did Rad.
Rad?
As a non-canon, I think.
Is that his name?
That's the character's name in OKKO. I don't know what his the transformation's called.
C3PO.
Everything Kuro's ever drawn is canon to 5YL.
Sure. Fuck
He's
it.
still
Yeah,
chaotic.
that's fine.
I'm canon?
You're canon. I'm canon. I'm actually canon in this new episode.
Yeah, you are now. Yeah. You actually are now. Well, technically, you were before because there's bits in the comic, but like,
Yeah.
solidly confirmed it now. We're in the Omniverse. Aberration.
I wish the portal didn't open when I wasn't wearing pants, though.
That's why you were like, hello?
Yeah.
Don't come in. Is CC based on Ida from the Owl House? No, she is not. She's literally just an OC that I made. I wanted a charming hex girl that is an engineer, which I don't think we even actually stated in the episode. CC
You can kind of tell.
is
She's got
a-
blueprints everywhere and stuff.
Yeah, she makes magic tools.
You know what? That's
She's an
Horace's fault for
engineer.
never asking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He asked her name at the very end.
Yeah.
That's just rude of him.
He just wants that info, and then he's gonna dip. He's just gonna shake
Please,
you down
just
for
give me
some knowledge.
information. I want information, but not your name. That's the only info I don't want. Did CC murder came from the Owl House? No, she just kind of collects and buys magical items. That's where she got that skull. But also, she does have a troubled past, so...
Alright, yeah, I'm not going to be able to finish shading this, but I got pretty far.
Yeah, no, it's
Honestly, I thought I'd be able to finish him, and then once I realized how long the line art took, I was like, oh, I'm not going to finish him. But now
line art is always
I made it pretty far. You know, I'm going to finish up this coloring, and then we'll call it, and then set up for the Patreon stream. So we'll take like 3 or 4 more questions.
Gotcha.
And then I'll finish shading this off stream. Don't worry, folks.
Yes.
Addie's coming
posted
soon.
As soon as possible. And for the people that are posting like joking meme questions, we're not going to pick those as the last 3. Unless they're really good. Ooh. Can the door bring you to the ghost zone if you know its true name?
Ooh.
That's a really interesting question.
That's a really
that
interesting
Rob will
question.
answer.
I would say it depends on if there's an open pathway for the door to follow or not. Like, you know how Gwendolyn was able to... hang on. What happened in Chapter 11?
What? Do what?
Oh, no, I remember now. Okay, they did already talk about it. Yeah, so they have a plan to try to send Gur back to the Temporal Zone. Because Divinity opened up a rift to the Ghost Zone. And since time is always happening all at once, that rift is technically always open, even though it's physically closed in their own linear time perspective. So, if somebody was able to piggyback off an opening to the Ghost Zone, the door can use it. Other than that, it can't just open up a door to the Ghost Zone. You either have to be in Danny's dimension, or find an opening that already exists. Like Divinity's portal. I was like, I swear to God, I drew that scene where they talk about it, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I was gonna say too. I was like, wait.
I was like, I definitely, like, this should be public knowledge by now, but I can't remember.
Ooh, okay. I like this question because I saw this question in the comments and I was like, I never thought of that, but this would be interesting. Is the Mayan death god from the classic series related to Legerdomain in any way?
He is a statue of one. He is a statue of the Guardian. Like, the one that showed up isn't the actual Guardian. It was an imitation. Like, remember when Forearms fought, what was it called, Apu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say my thought on it would have been he was a Grisanim that got trapped on Earth.
Oh. No, I would say he was, like, based off a Guardian, and thus he himself believed him to be the god of death. But that wasn't literally the god of death, yeah.
That's why he got smacked down by
He was like, what do you call it? A golem.
We have one more question, people. One more really good question. Any questions pertaining to the episode?
Yes, please. This is an A, B, Q, and A. U, C, G.
I'm gonna be
LOL.
honest, it took me a second to realize what you were saying. You already know. You need clues.
I'm mainly looking for questions that we haven't answered yet, and that aren't just asking if Ben has more transformations now.
Does he?
No.
Gotcha. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
That wasn't. By repeating questions. This one's being in Legerdomain be good for a Vladat because they feed on life energy. I mean, I'd say yeah. They specifically feed off of the energy, like in the brain synapses and stuff. But like, it is still technically mana. I would say yes. I don't think they can like do some kind of big power up or anything, but like, they'd be able to feed off of it. Yes.
Oh, hey, here's the font that I was using for the runes.
Hey, does it translate correctly?
It says, well, I typed in not finished.
You're finished. I love that font right there.
This one? Yeah, this one's awesome. You found this one, right?
I did. And I don't have Photoshop, so anytime I want to use it, I have to go back to the site, type it in, and copy paste it as a PNG.
You can't just download fonts and then have it imported into your program?
Not on MediaBang, no. It doesn't let me do that.
Wow, maybe you should get on Photoshop then, son.
Sir, they already took money from me for a year, and I don't want to deal with it again.
Okay.
Already trying to learn how to use Premiere. Where was Addwaitya before Ziskera opened the door?
On the other side of the door?
Yeah. I can't tell you everything.
Just waiting.
You gotta leave some mystery. How old is Addwaitya? That one I can't answer. He is just under 2,000 years old. Because he lived for 1,000 years on his original planet that I forget the name of at this current moment. Don't give me crap for that. And then he lived a couple hundred years in Legerdomain. So he's like just under 2,000. If I had to place it, I'd say around 1900. Boomer Turtle. God damn it.
Alrighty. So that should be it. We're going to head on over to the Patreon stream. It'll be starting at the next hour, 4 p.m. EST for me, 3 p.m. CST, and so on. So, you know, in about 45 minutes, we will be going through the whole episode in a breakdown format, talking about more behind-the-scenes little nuggets in production about the episode that we may not have been able to cover here, or at least not in as much detail as we can in a breakdown format. Also, you may have noticed on screen, we are having our merch store open again. There is some And Beyond in Legerdomain. Here it comes! Merchandise, thank you, that you can get. The store will also be periodically updated, so make sure you keep checking back. And we hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And as always, keep it fizzy.